fires are among the most dangerous hazards on the job site. Each year, thousands of lives are lost, and damage is caused to millions of dollars of property by fire. Knowing how to properly extinguish a fire before it grows out of control can save lives and reduce property damage. In order to understand how to properly extinguish a fire, it's important to know what is needed in order for a fire to exist. A fire needs certain elements to be ignited or started and to continue burning. If all three elements are not in place, or if one of the three elements is removed, a fire can't be started or sustain itself. The first element of fire is fuel. The fuel of a fire is the material that's burning. Wood, paper, gasoline, paint thinner, cardboard, and even some metals, to name a few, are all potential fuel for a fire. The second element is oxygen. Fire is actually a chemical reaction between oxygen and fuel, such as wood. Of course, wood won't catch fire simply because it is exposed to oxygen. The wood or any other fuel must first be heated to a point where it will catch on fire. The third element of fire is ignition. Ignition is the heating of the fuel, which may be caused by sparks, friction, heat, or other open flames, for example. The act of striking a match is in reality an ignition source caused by the action of friction. Together, the three elements of fire are referred to as the fire triangle. In order for a fire to ignite and continue to burn, all three elements of the fire triangle must exist together. If you take away any one of the elements, the fire will go out. Fire extinguishers are designed to work by removing one of the three elements of the fire triangle. Most commonly, fire extinguishers put out a fire by removing the oxygen component of the fire triangle. Without a continued source of oxygen, a fuel will stop burning. Fire extinguishers also work by lowering the temperature of the burning fuel to the point where it will not continue to burn. Fire extinguishers having a water base extinguish fires in this manner. There are 4 classifications of fire and are designated as Class A, Class B, Class C, and Class D. The classification of fire depends upon the type of fuel or material which is burning. A Class A fire occurs when ordinary combustible materials such as wood, cloth, paper, rubber, and most plastics burn. A Class B fire involves flammable liquids, gases, solvents, oil, gasoline, paint, lacquers, tars, and other synthetic or oil-based products. Class C fires involve energized electrical equipment. They are often caused by a spark, power surge, or short circuit. Class D fires occur when combustible metals, such as magnesium, titanium, and potassium burn. Class D fires are especially difficult to extinguish because when a combustible metal burns, it produces its own oxygen as part of the chemical reaction we refer to as fire. Because there are different classifications of fire, each with its own unique properties, there are different types of fire extinguishers to suppress them. Type ABC fire extinguishers are multi-purpose and are designed to suppress Class A, Class B, and Class C fires. Type ABC fire extinguishers are identified by the letters A, B, and C in a triangle, square, and circle, respectively. Type D fire extinguishers are designed for use on flammable metals and are often specific for the type of metal that is burning. Class D fires burn at very high temperatures, and the burning metals will react violently with water, air, and/or other chemicals. This type of fire requires special extinguishers. Type D fire extinguishers are identified with the letter D within a star shape. Simply having the proper fire extinguishers on hand is not enough to satisfy the requirements of a fire protection and prevention plan. OSHA requires that portable fire extinguishers be periodically inspected to ensure that they are fully functional and in proper working order. A periodic inspection is simply a quick check that an extinguisher is available for use and will operate when needed. The quick check is designed to provide reasonable assurance that the extinguisher is fully charged and operable. Fire extinguishers must also have an annual inspection, regardless of whether it has been placed into service or not. At a minimum, periodic inspection of fire extinguishers includes a quick check of at least the following items. 1. The operating instructions on the nameplate are legible. 2. The seals and tamper indicators are not broken or missing. If the seal and tamper indicator is missing or broken, the extinguisher must be taken out of service and recharged. 3. Determine the fullness of the fire extinguisher by either weighing it or hefting it. A fully charged fire extinguisher will have a noticeable amount of weight to it. 4. The fire extinguisher does not have any obvious physical damage, such as dents, corrosion, visible signs of leakage, and the nozzle is not clogged. 5. The pressure gauge reading or pressure indicator is within the operable range or position. Many types of fire extinguishers are pressurized in order to release their fire-suppressing chemicals or agents. If the extinguisher you're checking is a pressurized type, then it will have a pressure gauge or indicator attached by the trigger. The gauge will have ranges, which show if the unit is undercharged, overcharged, or within an operational range. If any of these 5 inspection points are found to be deficient, then the fire extinguisher must be taken out of service, thoroughly inspected, and repaired if possible. Once the quick check periodic inspection is complete and the fire extinguisher passes, the attached inspection tag, which must be on every portable fire extinguisher, is completed. The PASS technique is as such. Pull out the pin that secures the handle. Aim the extinguisher nozzle at the base of the fire. Squeeze the handle. Don't be startled by the noise or velocity of the agent as it is released. Sweep the agent stream from side to side across the base of the fire until it is completely out. Be alert for reignition. If this happens, douse the fire until the extinguisher is empty. Once the fire is out, back carefully away from the scene. This will enable you to know immediately if the fire reignites. Knowing how to use a fire extinguisher the right way is an important skill. The last point to remember about using a fire extinguisher is what to do if your efforts fail. It's really quite simple. If you can't extinguish the blaze or it recurs repeatedly, evacuate the area immediately. The best time to familiarize yourself with potential fire hazards in your work area is before a fire happens. Knowing the hazards that exist and what types of fires could occur are critical skills to working safely. You can also use this knowledge to make sure the proper type of fire extinguisher is available should the need arise.